Welcome to Mr. Chalk's Revision Tips. In this video we will look at
sensory receptors, the types of receptors, and the Placential corpuscle. So, a sensory receptor is a function of the sense organs, whereas sensory perception involves making sense of the information from the receptors. Right? So that function is largely carried out by the brain. So light energy from the sun, which is detected by photoreceptors, heat energy, which is detected by thermoreceptors, lots of forms of electrostatic energy, which are both found in chemoreceptors and mechanoreceptors. Mechanoreceptors are also involved in converting sound waves into nervous impulses, and baroreceptors are receptors that monitor things like blood pressure. Sensory receptors detect a wide range of different stimuli. So the receptor converts the stimuli into a nervous impulse called a generated potential. So different types of stimuli from a variety of sources are received and changed into electrochemical signals that can then go and travel down the nervous system. This is called transduction. So this occurs when a stimulus is detected by a receptor, which generates a graded potential in the sensory neuron. If a strong enough graded potential is generated, this causes the sensory neuron to produce an action potential that is relayed into the central nervous system. So placental corpuscles are one of four major types of mechanoreceptors found in mammalian skin and across the body. So they are receptors that detect mechanical pressure and transduce it into another form of energy. They are also found in legs, hands and ligaments. They look like a bit like an onion that's been cut in half. Within the plasma membrane there are protein channels such as sodium channels. So the sodium channel within this structure is known as a stretch-mediated sodium channel. In its normal state, the stretch-mediated sodium channels in the sensory neuron membranes are too narrow to allow sodium ions to pass into them. So the neuron of the placental corpuscle has a resting potential. When pressure is applied to the placental corpuscle, it changes shape. This causes the membrane surrounding the neuron to stretch. So when the membrane stretches, the sodium channels within them widen, so sodium ions can now diffuse across the membrane. So the influx of positive sodium ions changes the potential of the membrane so it becomes depolarized. This results in a generated potential being produced. So in turn, the generated potential creates an action potential that passes along the sensory neuron. And the action potential will then be transmitted along neurons to the central nervous system.
Thanks for watching.